This is the Transformers Studio Series from the movie Rise of the Beasts. We have Voyager class Battletrap, and oh my goodness, this figure is an absolute piece of crap. I am so sorry, you guys. I promised I'd always be honest with my reviews, but this figure looked so amazing on paper. The designs were great, but execution-wise, the final product does not live up to its hype. It just has so many issues going on. I wish it could have been better. Man, what a big disappointment this figure is. Let's take a closer look at the details of this figure. The figure comes armed with Bulkhead's wrecking ball that's painted in this lovely metallic silver. It opens up this way. It reminds me of Bulkhead's wrecking ball. Okay, articulation for the figure. Obviously, there's a waist joint. You got a ball joint on the neck. The arms can go in and out, forward and backward. You got a bicep swivel, hinge elbow, no wrist articulation. Feet, you can do the splits, forward and backward. You got thigh swivel, hinge knees that do more than 90 degrees. The feet, you can do up and down and have the rocker tilt. Actually, only the toes have the rocker tilt. As far as paint apps go, there's very little paint apps. Most of the plastic is unpainted. You got paint apps right here in his fake chest, on the grill, the head sculpt, the chest, knee pads, the shins, and some car bits. But a lot of the plastic, I do love the color that they chose. I like this orangey yellow plastic. I love the gunmetal gray plastic that they used. Head to toe, the figure stands at about 16.5 centimeters tall, or about 6.5 inches tall. For size comparisons, here he is with a couple of Voyager class figures. We've got the Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime and the Bumblebee movie Voyager class Soundwave. So it's a little short by 0.5 centimeter. Now let's address one of my peeves and issues with this figure, and you guessed it, it's plastic quality. And you can hear how soft that plastic is. After giving us something like this, listen to the trill of the plastic. This is absolute quality plastic. Soundwave. Fantastic plastic for Studio Series. Why are we suddenly back to the soft Studio Series plastic that we got 2 years ago? I don't understand it. Look at this. Look how soft that plastic is. Even the grill, let me show you. Let me show you how soft that is. Look at that. Plastic quality. Let me show you. Even the orange bits on the arms and the legs, they feel really soft. I honestly don't know why we're back here. Look at that. We are back to this kind of plastic, and I thought moving forward, these would be the standard, because these are, if you've seen my reviews, they are top-notch, spot-on plastic quality. How difficult was it to do this, Hasbro? This is a Voyager class figure. Also, you see the robot mode, tons of kibble right here, especially the arms. The tow truck hitch has been molded right here. And if you look at the images, the design images that Hasbro released for this figure, this is really how that kibble is supposed to be in robot mode. It just sticks out behind his arm. And I'm pretty sure in the movie, it's not gonna be there. There was an easier way to do this. Instead of putting the towing arm right here, they could have easily put it right here and have it folded back like there, right there, because this thing is a separate piece that rotates on its own. You could have attached it somehow right here and then just have it just fold up and down right there. I don't know why they kept it in the arms. So that's really annoying. Also, this bit right here, it just loves to untab. It doesn't tab in properly. And we'll see more how annoying that back part is in alt mode. It just does not want to tab in. And I think it's mainly due to the soft plastic that they started using again. Come on, Hasbro. Why? And you know how much these Voyager class figures cost now? They're like $43, $45 here in Asia, here in Manila. And the rest of the world, the cheapest one you can get is probably what, $37, $38. At that price point, there is some degree of expectation on the quality of plastic. Now, this figure is not an entirely a fail. I have to admit, I do like the sculpting. The design of the robot mode, like the way the arms have been sculpted, the way the legs have been sculpted. Even if the chest is fake, I love the way it's been sculpted. You get to see some engineering, some detail, some design on the body parts of this robot. You get to see how the vehicle mode is incorporated nicely as part of the robot. I do like that. I'm happy with that, but there's just too much kibble, too much quality issues on the plastic for me to really get past that. Okay, transformation. We'll try to do this as best as we can because I was not happy with the engineering of the transformation. So let's start with the arms. Go ahead and fold out the tow hook arms. Okay. All right, then fold the elbows this way. Go ahead and fold down the spikes and the shoulder pads, and they're gonna stay right there. Now this part right here, it'll easily untab because it just doesn't tab in. Fold out this piece right here. Go ahead and fold out the light bar, stay right there. Untab the head, fold this down. I wanna raise the shoulders up. I'm gonna do this first. Just put the head right here. It's just gonna stay right there. The shoulders are going to untab and swing out like this. Make sure the arms fit. Do the same on the other side. Okay, just let them stay right there. And then at this point, you want to rotate that waist, and then you'll have enough clearance to fold the doors of the truck and put the arms here off to the back. You can go ahead and join the legs together. These thigh panels right here, they're going to open up and fold up this way. This entire roof section right here, this is probably one of the more horrible transformations steps for this figure. You want to go ahead and plug that grill up here and then just slide this entire roof section over these chest panels. I mean, come on, really. Okay. Okay. They're supposed to tab in onto the doors, but they don't really. I mean, they kind of do. Okay, and then the light bar is going to tab here. Combine. It's going to tuck in and stay there. You want to go ahead and combine the towing hook. Okay, and it just loves to come undone. This roof right here, that's what I'm telling you. Like in robot mode, it doesn't want to tab in. Even in car mode, in truck mode, it just does not want to tab in. Okay, whatever. All right, and then the feet, go ahead and fold these out. Fold, and then you've got some tabs right here. They are going to tab onto these peg holes right there. And that's really how you do it. There's really going to be a gap right there, a horrendous gap right there. I don't know how they missed that. It's okay. The feet are just going to stay like this, so they're flat. If you want, I guess you can, if you wanted to, you could rotate that the feet up like this. That'll give you more clearance underneath, but these bits right here, they're gonna be sticking out and they're gonna be ugly, so don't do that. We're gonna stick with the official transformation and just do it this way. Okay. And the feet are just going to stay underneath right there. No attempt to conceal the feet. They really just want to stay there. And essentially, that's it. If you can manage to tab everything properly, and yeah, that's essentially the truck mode. It's the most horrible looking truck I've ever seen. No attempts to hide the fists, the forearms, no attempts to hide the feet. There are tons of gaps right here. The panels just don't tab properly. And then this one, the wrecking ball, you're gonna plug it in right here on the back, you know, because you might need to rear end more Autobots. And yeah, there you go. What a wonderful looking truck mode. It barely clears the ground. Actually, it still scrapes the ground. You know, there's really no way to tab it any further. That's where the peg holes are. That's where the tabs are. This is how they engineered it. And you look at the designs that Hasbro posted. This is the truck mode. There's really that big gap right there. And you know, I've tried different ways to close that gap, but it's really there. That's really how it was designed. I mean, wow, congrats Hasbro. Money well spent on engineering. Feet are there, hands are there. What more can you ask for a Terracon truck? And if you want some comparisons, here is the simple transformation Bumblebee figure. It's probably the quick transformation Bumblebee alt mode, and in truck mode, actually scale okay. Yeah, I mean it's really a very cool design, but just the lack of effort to engineer a lot of the pieces. It's just very disappointing. It's a Voyager class figure. They've got more budget for this figure, and again, just like the robot mode, the alt mode is a letdown. The transformation is horrendously engineered. I honestly think it could have been better. Sadly, this is what we get, and it's not looking good. It's not looking good. I mean, I had high hopes for the Rise of the Beasts Studio Series figures, but I'm kind of losing faith because of this figure. And so some final thoughts on this new Transformers Rise of the Beast Studio Series Battletrap. Man, this figure had a lot of potential. It looked good on paper, but sadly, the execution and final product just leaves a lot to be desired. The poor plastic quality is really the main thing that's getting to me with this figure. That's my major issue with it. The lack of effort to hide the kibble on both robot mode and in alt mode, coupled with the horrendous transformation engineering for this figure. Man, this figure is just one big hot mess. I cannot recommend it. I'm sorry. The figure is going to get a 6 out of 10. If you really want this figure, do not overpay for it. Do not get it on full-on retail. Just wait for it to go on clearance or have a discount or something like that. If you can order it or pre-order it at a discounted rate, okay, but really, I mean, just wait for the other figures to come out. Air Razor, maybe Optimus Prime, maybe Bumblebee, we'll see. But, you know, I have a feeling that this figure is just, or this character is just going to be one of those figures just like Soundwave, that he just shows up miraculously, like out of the blue. He just shows up, does some damage, and then he just disappears. And then towards the end of the movie, he just comes up again to cause some havoc, and then he just suddenly dies and all that. I mean, I honestly think this guy's not a major character. If he is, all well and good, but in all honesty, I think this is one of those characters that executive producer Michael Bay just, I don't know, created out of the blue. He thought a tow truck that was sort of Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome type of tow truck would be a great Decepticon or Terracon, and he just chose a name like Battletrap. I mean, if you remember G1 Battletrap, that was an SUV and a jet that combined into a robot. Nothing like this. Executive producer Mr. Bay just decided, oh, Battletrap looks cool. Let's come up with a badass Transformer, Terracon, and he just created this, you know, he put together a mashup of just Transformers ideas. and came up with this character. But again, that's neither here nor there. You can't fault Hasbro for that. That's a decision by the producers. If you're just focusing on this figure itself per se, like I said, not happy, very disappointing. I was very excited with this one. I had high hopes for it, but sadly, it just falls short of what something like this should be. So 6 out of 10, I think, is fair. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this new Transformers Studio Series from the movie Rise of the Beasts, Voyager class Battletrap. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and until my next review, I'll see you then.